The little wild boy took a big bite of the dinosaur's leg. In the blink of an eye, a dinosaur bridge was built. Looking at the red wild fruits all over the tree, Arlo didn't bother to argue with the little wild boy, but just as he took a bite, a four-legged snake suddenly fell down. Arlo was startled. After shaking off the four-legged snake, he also fell off the cliff. Fortunately, there was no serious injury, but the four-legged snake still wouldn't give up. It stood up wanting to attack Arlo. At this critical moment, the little wild boy bravely stood in front of Arlo, skillfully dodging the snake's attacks. He hid behind the four-legged snake, making it spin around in confusion, then quickly counterattacked when it was off guard. These moves left the four-legged snake completely bewildered. What kind of kid is this fierce? After struggling, it used its wrestling technique. The little wild boy not only escaped easily, but almost knocked it dead with a headbutt. Seeing it couldn't win, the four-legged snake fled in panic. Those wearing diapers are truly not to be messed with. Arlo admired the little wild boy's courage. On their way home, they found a lone little ground mouse. The little wild boy immediately chased after it without hesitation. The frightened mouse quickly burrowed into its hole to find its mother, but this was no challenge for the little wild boy. He took a deep breath and blew hard into the hole. Is this something a human would do? It looks fun. Arlo wanted to try it too. He also blew air, but his breath was too weak. The mouse briefly poked its head out but quickly fell back. While the little wild boy could easily blow the mouse up, Arlo refused to be outdone. He used all his strength to blow. Unexpectedly, 3 generations of the mouse family were blown out. The little wild boy was stunned. Just as Arlo was feeling proud, countless mice started climbing up his legs. Seems like even small mice shouldn't be bullied. Seeing he wasn't convinced, a little mouse bit him hard. Arlo stumbled in fright and fell into a pond. Seeing Arlo struggling in the water, the little wild boy dove in and became his swimming coach. Under the little wild boy's guidance, Arlo learned how to swim. When they came out of the pond, the little wild boy noticed something wrong. Arlo's body was covered in leeches. He was so scared he almost flew away. Tired from playing, they saw fruits on the ground. Arlo started eating them in big bites and warmly invited the little wild boy to join. The little wild boy looked at the fruits. The ones on the tree were good. These on the ground were clearly rotten and had already fermented. Both got drunk from the rotten fruits. They soon started hallucinating. The little wild boy turned into a big-headed doll. Arlo not only grew 3 eyes, even his mouth became weird. Finally, they switched bodies and flew into the sky together. After the effects wore off, they both had splitting headaches. At night, Arlo swept all the fireflies out of the grass. The scene before them was absolutely beautiful. The little wild boy chased the fireflies to the bottom of the cliff. Watching the fireflies fly away, Arlo couldn't help but think of his father. He used 5 small twigs to represent his family members, then draw a circle around the branch, telling his story to the little wild boy. The little wild boy instantly understood. He also circled 3 branches like Arlo did. It turns out he has a family too. But soon, he laid down the 2 largest branches, then buried them with sand. Only then did Arlo realize the little wild boy's parents were no longer alive. He was left alone wandering everywhere. Unexpectedly, their experiences were so similar.